Bogdan Vechirko.
So he didn't get charges, right?
Apparently not. He got released. So after I've heard one of our guys sent me the message that apparently some truckers met on I-35 counter, and he got released.
Okay,
so what's up, Super Truckers? It's on.
Hey, what's up, Super Truckers? June, what are we, 4th already, man?
Yeah.
Dang,
June 4th.
Time flies. We didn't get to you guys last week, but definitely wanted to show up this week. And
what do you mean? We did.
Did we?
I did.
Oh, that's right. So Mike did. I didn't. It's just been a busy time, guys. But busy is good. And what we want to bring today is just a small topic. It's not a PSA or anything like that. But we definitely want to reach out and make sure that the trucking community, the truckers, are staying safe out there. I mean, because there's a lot of things going on in different areas of the country right now, and you got to be safe out there. And I think some guy, what was his name?
Bogdan Vechirko.
Yeah.
If you're talking about that guy.
Yeah, the guy that got arrested for plowing through a couple people.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he really plowed through somebody, but. It was close. It was a close call, but in my opinion, at the same time, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. You're doomed if you do. You're doomed if you don't. So there is nothing worse than big crowd of mad people.
And it's because it's crazy, because videos through editing, or not even editing, if you just leave a portion of a video out, it's a different story. I don't know if you saw the one guy was just hanging on the mud flap of a FedEx ground. The guy was running tandems, and he was just on a pup trailer, man, just getting dragged through the street. But again, what did they do? They corner that guy on a red light and just banging on his windshield, and they're trying to rob him. And
yeah, and at the same time, what does this guy have to do with what happened? I think the majority of the country is kind of pissed about the situation, because that was not fair to begin with. That is a fact. But if you're a driver in the city that you're not even from there, so you don't know what's going on, you just driving by, and you get into this situation of a mad crowd that's angry on you for something that you haven't done. It can be a scary situation, and especially if if you're a trucker. I mean. It's a scary thing to be in. If you're a trucker, it's scary. Imagine you drive there with your personal vehicle, with family, with kids.
Yeah, because there's tons of clips of things like that on Facebook and all kind of social media of just reactions of people. And one of them, a guy has I think it was a Yukon or something like that. At any rate, he's kind of coming down to the crowd. The crowd kind of starts to bang on the hood, bang on his windshield. He reverses, kind of runs over somebody and heads out. And I don't know. We don't know what's in that car. If it's his family, you're right. You want to get out of Dodge, and all of a sudden you're in a world of hurt and tons of trouble, and all you were trying to do is go down that road. So
yeah,
it's crazy stuff.
At the end of the day, I think the personal safety and safety of your family is the most important thing. So if somebody decides to jump under the car, more power to them. That's personal decision as well. But in the moment, I believe everyone who says that we would do something else, I'm pretty sure that would not be the case, because it's a mad world out there.
Yeah, and even the end result for this guy, I think he was released. I think you mentioned that.
Yes, because there was a petition going on that a lot of truck drivers were spinning around and signing. I signed it myself, sent it to everybody else that I know. But apparently one of our owner operators, Doug, he sent me the link with some article about him being released after the truck drivers met at I-35 and
Yeah.
caused a little trouble.
Yeah.
So I guess that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even on social media, they're also mentioning like things that you can do. I guess maybe the guys had some experience where they're like zip tying the
glad hands.
Yeah, right onto there, and even the piggy is all zip tied. So I guess if you're going through a slow moving area, and they might want to just kind of disconnect that, it prevents from that. Even being stationary overnight, the guy was running his seatbelt through the handle of the passenger door and locking it up. I mean, you do what you can to stay safe, right? So you just got to be aware of your surroundings.
Absolutely. I mean, majority of drivers out there that have been around, we know safer places to be at. When I drove, I knew the places to go. I knew the safe places to be at. If you're going into a really rough neighborhood, don't just go to the shipper. Maybe sometimes just stay in a safe area outside of the city, and just go there the last minute, because I don't think the traffics are bad yet. I don't think the economy is there yet.
Yeah.
So just pick a safe place to be at, and all those little things they count. Put on the locks on the trailer. Lock your door when you sleep. Pick a safe area. I'm pretty sure rest areas right now should be fairly safe places. I also think that truck stops should be fairly safe, because if you have a big group of truck drivers, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. It can get pretty ugly, but being in a group of like-minded people, it's just gonna help.
Yeah, not all areas are bad either. I mean, just around our way, 301, they had a little protest action going on there, and I mean, the group was pretty good, man. I mean, they did close down the road. That absolutely happened for everybody's safety. But I mean, the protesters, they even cleaned up after themselves.
So
trash,
that was pretty decent protest. Nothing really happened. I think some guy posted a drone video, because after the curfew, he apparently sent the drone to that intersection.
Okay.
And the video has no audio, it just has written comments on it. So at 9 p.m. there was just some protesters and nothing else. It was nice, quiet, easy, and nothing was going on really.
Hey, what's up, Scott? How you doing? How's everything going? How's it going out there, man? He wrote, "If I fear for my life, I'm grabbing gears."
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Absolutely, safety first.
Yeah, and Scott, if you want to chime in, man, what kind of things do you do? Selecting a truck stop. What do you do at night? Anything that you can share that might help somebody else out. We also got Young Peasy. What's going on, my man? Yep, safety first, no matter what. That's absolutely correct. It's we got to stay safe out there.
Yeah, it's planning, making good decisions, being aware of your surroundings, and that's it. The good thing is, most of the ugly stuff was going on in the urban centers.
Yeah.
And as a truck drivers, we don't really go there. We don't belong there. Most of the time, we just go from warehouse to warehouse into industrial areas. And industrial areas are not really targeted for those type of situations. Highways, roads, that's where you can get stuck. But hey, you lock the door while driving, just in case. Keep the trailer locked. Put the zip ties on the glide handles, and pray.
A couple of Hail Marys.
and if it gets tough, pray harder.
Oh man, or reach for the the old school club that you check your
but man,
aren't those illegal now?
I don't know, but I'm not sure if that's gonna help you in big mad mob of angry people. So that's kind of it's an unfortunate situation altogether, because again, the whole situation is kind of messed up, but the reaction to it is also, if it targets the people that have nothing to do with that, if the people become the victims to the protesting the other victims, it's wrong. Like you cannot fix a bad thing with
Another
another bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than that, I think it's kind of settling already.
Yeah. And like you said, depends on the area. Like I think just before coming in here, I saw a live feed on the Brooklyn Bridge. You do not want to be in the boroughs right now, man. So there's like just massive amounts of people walking on.
But I think we have political problems and all this other stuff because it goes crazy. Like the governor of New York was saying something on the police chief. Police chief was shooting something back at the governor of New York. It's all so ugly political that the real problem is being missed, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well. That's all you can do out there is be safe and like Scott said right here, trip planning and staying out of problematic cities. I mean that's a big thing right now. Even if the rate is trying to take you there, yeah, you know.
Yeah, and also look, it's not just right now. It's like it's all together. This is all the time. As a truck driver, you go from place to place. You live in the truck and. Being conscious of your surroundings and the safety, that's an important thing. Just this morning, I'm not sure if anybody saw that video yet. I posted a short video. Man, like the bullet hole in the trailer door.
Oh, yeah.
So I just like, we're here in a really nice neighborhood, really. There is nothing going on here. So absolutely nothing happened here. Now, when I think about it, what could have been the reasons? Okay, I can see how that trailer was parked in a bad neighborhood or in a bad parking lot or some area that we have no control. Okay, the bullet flying by, I guess. But the way it looks, man, like that could very much been a road rage.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, the bullet going into the back of a trailer, what do you expect? Apparently, as far as I understand, I inspected the trailer inside. Christian locked me up in there, and I was looking for the hole that came out of the trailer. But
the hole was already there. I didn't shoot into the trailer while he was in it, by the way.
but yeah, the bullet most likely got stuck in the load because there was no exit hole anywhere in the trailer, and
no way.
Like,
there's
go figure.
No way to tell when it happened, man.
And on top of that, I can tell you one thing for certain: it didn't happen right now. So it didn't happen in the last week. That trailer was sitting in the yard probably for, I don't know, at least 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
So imagine this. That happened back then. So there are people out there, there are crazy people out there that are willing to do that. We haven't heard any driver complaining. But whatever it was, like that's no joke. That's no joke.
Yeah, and again, it could have happened when he was parked over. Somebody parked overnight. Road rage. I mean, who even knows when that could have happened?
I would assume. I would guess it looks like a road rage. Perfect place. You stuck behind the truck. You get all pissy and you start blazing guns.
The wild west, man.
Yeah. Just like when some of you guys who drive actually probably seen that when you go out west and you drive through the desert and like really remote areas, the road signs we do have bullet holes.
Oh, well, that's when you got to change your safety vest for a bulletproof vest.
Yeah, that helps.
Just paint it green.
Yeah, that helps. Plus, you don't really have to carry it, so you just wear it, so it's not that big of a deal. Because most of the time it's pretty heavy.
But other than that, also, if you guys see something, the old cliche of see something, say something. let your dispatchers know if there's problematic areas, because if there is, I mean, that can actually absolutely help keep guys out of that area as well. So
absolutely. And again, unless you're a rookie, you're a startup driver, man, most of us drivers, we know places. We know places where you can go. We know places where you can't go. Anybody knows that west side of Atlanta is a no-go zone unless you're just going to deliver and get the hell out of there. South side of Chicago, same things. Everybody knows that who has been around, so it's not it's not really a secret. It's just now some additional circumstances, and just be aware. Another thing is we're also gonna post raids, but today we're not posting them in live comments. We're just gonna post them in the description section under the video. After the video is over, I still have to get them and take a peek, see what's up, plan accordingly, use it as a tool when you argue with your dispatcher.
That's right.
Yeah, just tell them, hey, say no to cheap freight.
Or I'm going to DC.
Yeah. I wonder how's this DC? It's over?
I don't know. I think they wanted tons of signatures and things of that nature. I don't know, but maybe you guys know a little bit more. Scott, Young Peasy, anybody? Have you heard anything about the Washington D.C.? Maybe even now it just kind of died out with everything going on.
Could be, or everybody was just like, the hell with that.
One or the other.
I'm out of there.
Yeah. Hey, who knows nowadays, man? Even the protest. Maybe it's less down here because of the weather too. I don't know.
That could be too, but like we were parked by the White House, so the White House perimeter was cleared also. So who knows? But that was a while back, so maybe we are just a little outdated with that whole event thing.
Yeah. So maybe we should freshen up on that, but
yeah, we need to stay, more up to date with all the news and good stuff. Yeah.
But again, this is not our TMZ. We just kind of it's our attempt at our PSA of be safe out there, guys. Like that's the biggest thing right now. Especially you definitely want to go home to your families in one piece. So
no, absolutely. And again, like if you know something, because I'm pretty sure there are some ideas that somebody would never think about, and just post it in the comments under the video, and maybe some wondering people just looking at the description of the video come by and would be able to improve their safety on the road as of right now, just like looking at the comments.
Yeah. So what else we got?
Well, I guess that's all for today. We're really kind of running busy. We have some people in the background. The whole morning was pretty messy, fixing bullet holes and stuff. So
and taking some changing trailer tires with rims. It was.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, man, I saw Mike's vein right here, man.
we got it all done, but it was not as easy as I was expecting. But we got it done. We got it done.
So we got some clips of that somewhere. So we'll definitely bring that to the table at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, guys, like some of you that potentially looking for options to swap the tire on the road instead of calling road service. If you have, the tire maybe already on the rim as a spare tire. As a matter of fact, I bought this Milwaukee impact drill, impact wrench, about a year ago, and I was asking some friends that have truck repair shops. I was asking, like, do you think I can replace the tire with that battery impact wrench? And everybody was like, hell no, like it's not happening, no way. And hey, we're not a repair shop, so we're not doing that all the time.
Yeah.
And I've been able, there was no single wheel of the trailer that I wasn't able to replace using that battery impact wrench. So Milwaukee, good stuff. And if you want to keep one of those in the truck, that's actually doable. So I've never tried that as a driver myself. I thought like maybe the technology was not there yet.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I would totally consider, instead of just having a spare tire, to have a spare tire on the rim already, and then the battery impact wrench and I don't know, some rebar or something, and you can actually make it happen on the road without calling road service or anything else. So that's pretty badass.
Yeah. The only problem. Yeah, we'll make a video how you get the trailer up and all. It just taking that tire off is
Yeah, that's the only thing painful.
That's
Everything else is easy, like the installation. That's nothing to it. But once you already, and again, don't get it wrong. When he says taking that tire off, we're not talking about the screws. Screws, that Milwaukee will do the magic. No problem. You will be able to take all the screws out. But not screws. Nuts, bolts, nuts,
lug nuts,
lug nuts. Yeah, sorry, English second language. but yeah, that'll do. But once you already take the lug nuts out,
there you go. Tire and rim is a mother
bitch to take it out, because it seems like it's been welded there or some shit.
Yeah, just got a couple karate kicks to it, loosen it up, and wiggle its way off. Yeah. But again, I mean, hey, we have we lift the trailer here, so too. How?
Oh, the same thing. Whatever the hell that's thing called. The how do you call that thing?
Oh, jack.
Here we go. The jack. The jack is also runs on air. So in the truck you have air. Just get one of those little ones, and yeah, that's very doable. That's the only thing that I'm saying. It's very doable.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we do one of these videos. We'll do a how-to.
How-to. Yeah, just like the other video that we did, how to patch the tire. Man, the comments. Why would you patch the
trailer tire?
No. The slick tire that's already has no tread.
Yeah.
Why would you patch a tire without a tread? Dude, this is a training video.
Yeah, that's the very first thing you said was like, this is a training video. Don't mind this tire. And he's like, why would you fix that tire?
Yeah.
So,
and then our hate, but we still love you.
And again, even if that just, we're not saying, hey, fix that and go 3,600 miles. Maybe if it's not, just to get you to a safe spot to be able to do what you have to do. I mean, you got to use
absolutely.
You got to use common sense at some point.
Whatever it takes. As an owner operator, business is business. You have to use all the tools that you can use, and because if you're gonna be calling for everything, and if you're always calling TA, you're probably not gonna last long.
Yeah. So I think that's.
Right, so that wraps up today's video, and again, check back for rates. I should be able to post them up sometime in the next hour or two, and we got some work to do. Take care, Super Truckers.
Drive safe.
Yep.